What's up, everybody? Brett here, picking up exactly where we left off last time at the end of our last StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm Let's Play. We are going to jump right into the next mission. I was scared to go forward because I didn't want to trigger any cutscenes or anything. I didn't want you guys to miss stuff. So let's just go ahead, continue on to the next mission, and see what happens. Remember, Kerrigan and Raynor have been separated. Kerrigan's taking off in Raynor's kind of a trademark personal carrier, and Raynor ran into Nova before he could make it out to see Valerian and escape. So we'll see how that all unfolds. Battle cruisers are so cool. Rendezvous site. 6:58 shipboard time.
Jim? Jim! Where's Jim?
We couldn't get him out.
Valerian. You left him behind!
Stand down! Let him go, Kerrigan. Valerian is helping us.
There is no us.
IFF negative. Multiple hostiles inside the perimeter.
Scramble attack response squads 3 through 9. Hull breach. Frame 7, deck 3. Defensive maneuver Delta 4. Prep all stations for jump.
No one is going anywhere until I see Jim.
Shields at 30. Failure imminent.
Dominion fleet, this is Hyperion. Cease fire. Crown Prince Valerian is aboard.
My father will sacrifice any piece on the chessboard to take the queen.
We have to jump now. We'll lead them away and circle back for Jim.
Decompression.
Sarah, we need to work together.
Do what you want. I'm going to find Jim.
She's such an awesome, anti-hero. As a protagonist, you root for her, but she's kind of got this attitude that maybe you don't like.
Kerrigan, before we jumped, Hyperion tracked multiple Dominion signatures headed down to the surface. You're gonna have a surprise party down there.
Kind of cool that Matt's the one that's advising us on this mission. Destroy the Draken Pulse Cannon. Mission's name is Rendezvous, and we're going to get the new unit, the Swarm Queen, a pretty integral part of your Zerg strategy. Support unit, spawns creep tumors, and heals friendly Zerg units using rapid transfusion. So she's kind of a defensive unit that has range. She's kind of tanky. She has multiple abilities, one of which is to heal, the other of which is to spread creep tumors, which allow you to move faster and give you vision of the map, and also place buildings. But then also, she can infuse your hives to spawn more larvae, so you can get out bigger armies faster. So that's kind of her deal. Super important. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Test my micro here. I remember this mission being kind of difficult on hard. It takes 3 drones to optimally harvest a single mineral field or Vespene geyser. Having enough harvesters is vital to building a powerful army. And this is definitely tip number 1. If you're playing StarCraft, you're new to StarCraft, it's basically telling you get your economy in order above all else. Because that's kind of what the game is designed around. And if you can do that, if you can master the macro of this game, then you'll have time to perfect your micro.
Scanning. Detecting Dominion forces and a Zerg hive cluster.
Yeah, there must be an old hive here. I'm more worried about the Dominion.
Ground team, this is Fleet. What is your status?
Fleet, our base is set up, and the Draken Pulse Cannon is almost online.
Roger that. Eliminate all stragglers as they work for these coordinates. We'll return for you. Fleet out.
That cannon will take out Jim's ship as soon as he enters orbit. He'll never see it coming. Set course for the Zerg hive cluster. I need an army.
And we're gonna make one. Lots and lots of Zerglings.
I can sense a mind controlling this brood. Who are you?
My queen, I am Nakdul, a brood mother. You created us to extend your control of the swarm. Have you returned to us?
I'm not your queen, and I haven't returned. But I need your brood to destroy the Terran cannon right now.
Most of my brood is with me. I can send them to you, but it will take time.
Then send them. When they arrive, we'll tear down that cannon before Jim gets here.
She's like, I don't know what a gym is.
I'm going to prepare this hive for combat. The Dominion would have tracked my ship, and they'll be looking for me.
This is one of the coolest parts about this, is like you get to see like into the mine.
Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. The first thing I need is a spawning pool.
First thing I need is to rearrange my stuff a little bit better. We don't need an overlord quite yet, but we do need lots and lots of drones. Let's go ahead and get an extractor. Okay, and this is our force, such as it is. There's some minerals and things we can go get.
Covering ground. Pushing
I mean, that alone was probably worth it. Let's... Ooh, okay, we don't have the Vespine gas quite yet.
We found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base. We're going in. Send reinforcements.
We are going to use our abilities.
They're going to hit us hard.
More drones, more drones. First things first always is to hot group it up.
Your brood can harvest Vespine at maximum efficiency if you order 3 drones to the extractor.
Which we'll do right now.
Safety's off.
Okay, and we will want to build a spawning pool right away. Let's get that going. But we've got to get up to 21.
Ready for action.
We've got to get up to 21 drones harvesting as soon as possible.
Safety's off.
Okay.
Right. Pushing ahead.
There we go. She has good healing. We can kind of play this game.
Into caves. They will rejoin us if we can kill the Terran soldiers guarding the cave entrances.
I should make Zerglings from the larva at my hatchery. Ready for action?
Gotta get in there.
Safety's off.
We've got to have her here to help us defend. Yeah, and we've got to go in and rescue some of these Zerg from the caves, that's for sure. But we're making a queen.
Remember spine crawlers. I can mutate them from drones.
Don't worry, we're going to make a hell of a lot of drones. But what we really need is more overlords. Absolutely. And we need to start spreading our creep. And we can use our energy to heal if we would like. It's not 100% necessary at this point. Now, I guess at this moment, she doesn't have the queens do not have the ability to infuse. Yeah, let's make another overlord. They don't seem to have the ability to infuse our hatcheries. So, here's the other thing you gotta do, guys. And no one really tells you this until later. You gotta make a second hatchery. Because that's the only way you're gonna get enough larvae to do what you gotta do. Yeah, that sucks to lose that.
This is Kerrigan. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Okay, we've got to start spreading the creep even more. And now it's time to build Zerglings. And also really to keep up the pressure, keep building stuff. We're going to pretty much constantly be making drones because we're going to constantly be needing to build defensive stuff. Spread that creep around. We'll have better vision. We'll be able to see when they're coming ahead of time. And whenever we swarm the map eventually, we'll be able to push out very easily. I think, actually, yes. Okay, I forgot about this, honestly, until just now.
In this cave, my queen.
Creep tumors can spread themselves. I totally forgot. Let's make a ton of these, because I'm going to keep making more and more.
Dominion approaching from the north.
Alright, we're on it.
Yeah, I hear it.
Let's go, let's go.
Heading out.
We've got a little bit of time until they get here. Okay. Hide group 5. It's time to start spamming out some Zerglings, I think. And these are the new upgraded versions of the Hellions. They turn into Hellbats, which absolutely destroy Zerglings. It's pretty brutal. Spread that way. And let's make even more spine crawlers. We still don't seem to have... Do we have F2 online yet? Okay, we need overlords. We'll get those guys queued up. And we're gonna make that.
Say again? On the same page.
Okay, we can come down here and get some of these minerals. I see an attack coming in from the north again. Let's move back quickly. Quickly. Get in there, guys. Yeah, we lost a lot there, but that's okay. I don't quite understand why I don't have my F2 function yet.
Yeah.
We need to make the armor. Let's make some more overlords. Let's make some more Zerglings. Like, I'm hitting F2 and I'm not getting control of my entire army. Maybe they feel like that would make this too easy.
Ready for action.
I don't know. But we gotta come up here and make some moves.
Work to be done. Covering ground.
We gotta free the units from the cave.
On the same page. Ready for action. Right.
It sucks because it feels like I'm not making much headway. But we are. We're expanding creep in every direction. Okay.
There is a large Dominion force on its way to the
Oh no. I mean, here they come. Is this enough to stop them?
Zerglings, fight for your queen.
Alright, we got another queen here. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get back. The thing about queens is they heal each other, so they act as like these awesome tanks. But marauders tear them apart, and they're super slow. More and more. Let's go. Alright.
What is it?
Everybody get together. Let's heal. And we've got another force that way, but let's get into the... Yeah, here they come. I want to get there. I promise you. We see them coming from the north. Let's go ahead and intercept.
Sweeping.
Get 3 more brood lords.
Yeah, I hear you.
Alright, let's stop this. Obviously, we made ourselves a little bit of a choke point, but we're okay. The countdown's ticking. Okay. More Zerglings, please. Let's put them in front there. That way they're at least in a position to intercept.
I gotcha.
As soon as they get out of there, we can stun them.
This is Kerrigan. Sweeping.
You have recovered part of the brood. Rise, my children.
There we go.
What is it?
I don't think there's anything in there,
Say
but
again?
maybe there is. I think they're coming with an attack right the hell now. I don't really want to hit them from the side. I want to let them
I gotcha.
engage, but
Covering ground.
that'll work. That was just for my own edification there.
Ready for action.
I had a feeling that nothing was going to come of that, but still fun. Alright, here comes the Zergling, the real swarm.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's go crush this little outpost.
Sweeping. On the same page.
The worms are tunneling to you right now. My brood will be there soon.
And we need to push the creep even further.
What is it?
Let's go.
On the same page.
And let's free them from this last cave location. We're low on energy. Oh god, look at this location. Alright, is it worth it to attack this base? It's hard to know. Let's get some additional queens.
Yeah, I hear you.
We can beat them though. We're gonna lose a lot of queens to do it.
On the same page. Ready for action.
More of my Zerglings. The brood grows stronger.
God, what a tough base to crack.
Safety's off.
Let's get out of here.
Pushing
Attacking with like minimum forces is just a bad idea.
Work to be done.
Our forces are under attack.
We honestly almost should even build a third hatchery.
Only a short time before my Nidus worms bring reinforcements.
Make sure we're continuously spreading that creep.
Say again.
More and more queens, more and more transfusions.
A creep tumor is under
Alright, they're attacking us from the other direction now. Let's get it. I don't know if she gets more energy on creep.
On the same page.
It wouldn't surprise me if she did, though.
Sweeping.
Alright, you had an order, young drone.
This is Kerrigan.
Alright, they're coming in already with another attack force. I will say we're spending at about the right rate. I'm not like ashamed of what we've done so far. We're doing pretty good. I think there is an achievement for cracking that base though, or destroying a certain number of Dominion structures before the Nidus worms come to help.
My brood has come. They are yours to command, my queen.
Perfect. Now let's get up to their base and destroy that cannon before Jim arrives.
I like it. Good plan. No reason not to build a few more things, though.
Command all of your forces in battle.
There we go.
There is a way to control them all at
Thank
once.
God. I was about to lose my mind not having access to F2.
Sweeping.
I was about to lose my mind. It makes them so much harder to control.
Pushing ahead. What is it?
And purely for my fun, we're going to wipe them out. I do like how they kind of kept you low on the power curve so you couldn't just instantly, like, run over stuff. It'll increase the efficiency of your micro using F2 by so much. And the number of queens we have with all of these heals is insane.
Yeah, I hear you.
There we go. Let's go crush them over here, too. Let's get our additional Zergling buddies on board.
Sweeping.
Because they're gonna still have stuff. I mean, they're not defenseless. And our supply is now maxed out at 200. We don't need to build any more overlords. But this is where the game gets so cool, where you just absolutely feel like a swarm.
Pushing ahead.
And there's going to be so many cool moments like this in this game. Where we just completely overrun the enemy. Like I said, guys, you don't have to do this right now. You can go straight to the final location and take it out. Let's go.
On the thing.
And we'll just keep making more Zerglings. While we wait. The regenerating queens on the ramp. They do decent damage. If you look at their stats, they have 150 HP, which is a lot for a Zerg, especially an early game Zerg. These dudes have 35 HP.
Yeah.
But they need to get off this ramp, though. Need to let the Zerglings flood.
Ready for action.
And remember, F3 is Kerrigan. Those are pretty hard bunkers for us to clear as well. You put a fire bat in a bunker against a bunch of Zerglings, and you're going to lose a hell of a lot of Zerglings to take that bunker.
Right.
But we're good to go now. Let's make it happen, y'all. Would be ideal to, like, put some additional creep here. Oh, wow, they give us another one? Jesus.
What is it?
These poor Terran.
I gotcha.
Zerg! Defend the cannon!
They have quite the force.
All of my brood is here to serve you.
But once you get in there with that many Zerglings, it's over, man. Here's Noctool. She actually shows up. I don't know if I've ever seen her before. I've done this mission I don't know how many times, but I don't remember ever actually seeing Noctool on the map. I must have just thought she was another queen.
The gun is destroyed! The Terrans are fleeing to their ships!
Kill them all. No one gets out alive.
Yes! The Queen has returned! Kill the Terrans!
The Queen? You're right. I was slipping back into something that... I have to get out of here.
We will await your return.
Hell yeah, let's see what the achievements were. Destroy 15 enemy structures before Noctool's forces arrive in the Rendezvous mission. Very doable. And then rescue all trapped Swarm Queens before Noctool's forces arrive in the Rendezvous mission on normal difficulty, which we did. Obviously, this is way easier on normal than it is on hard. I'm curious what achievements I don't have. I might want to look at those ahead of time in this playthrough.
Jim? Are you on this frequency? Jim, are you out there? I'm at the rendezvous. It's all clear here. I've been thinking about what you said. There's something dark in me, Jim. I need you. I need you to hear me right now.
Notorious rebel Jim Raynor was captured in a daring raid yesterday. He was briefly interrogated and summarily executed. Emperor Mengsk had this to say.
Proud Dominion citizens, at long last our nightmare is over. The lawless terrorist James Raynor is dead. With his death comes a new era of peace. The Protoss have retreated from our dominion, and the Zerg threat has been removed. Their swarm is shattered and leaderless. Soon, we will eradicate every last Zerg on Char. In short, we have won. Our peace and security is assured. Good night, my faithful subjects.
Mengsk.
Navigation online. Destination Zerg space. Confirm.
Confirmed.
Hell hath no fury like a Zerg queen scorned, as the old saying goes. Alright, we're going to do one more. And I think we're going to get to the point very soon, here we are, where we actually get to choose where we go, what we do. It's going to start to, the game's going to start to kind of stabilize a bit more. We're not just in the tutorial anymore. We're doing big boy stuff, big girl stuff, I suppose. And we're going to get to choose where we go.
Transmissions indicate the Zerg swarm has been split into factions. A brood mother named Nafash took her brood to the frozen moon of Calder. Recent reports indicate a Protoss presence there. There is a high likelihood that Nafash is fighting the Protoss for control of Calder. Her brood is believed to contain highly evolved, dangerous Zerg organisms.
Yeah, two of the best actually, roaches and hydralisks. So assault unit regenerates life quickly while burrowed, attacks ground targets. They are tanks, right? Think of them almost like our marauders or firebats. And then our hydralisks are high damage range units, attacks ground and air targets. And they're definitely our DPS. So if we want to go to Kaldir, the frozen planet, or frozen moon, I forget what they said, but we'll have access to these units once we beat this mission, or we go to Char.
Part of the swarm is on Char, under the command of a broodmother named Sagara. She is fighting a running battle against General Warfield's Dominion forces.
Okay, I think we're going to do Char first, because I know Zagara, and I know Zagara is an integral part of our story. So I think it's appropriate to come here first, although I will say that roaches and hydralisks are much more standard units. I think we're going to have to do 2 missions on each. I'm not sure if we can bounce back and forth between them. I'm not 100% sure. I don't actually remember. But let's go to Char first and see if we can unlock Banelings, which morph from Zerglings. Like I said, I think there are 2 missions per. But we'll see. And that was a Leviathan.
Warning. Zerg organisms detected.
That's why I'm here. They'll either accept me as their queen, or I'll start killing them one by one until they do. What are you?
I am Isha. Your Majesty used to store all her ideas, thoughts, and plans within me. Do you not remember?
Yes. I do remember you. More importantly, you remember me.
You are the Queen of Blades. I obey.
Perfect. Summon the swarm and prepare to move on Core Hall.
The swarm is in disarray and will not answer your call. Most Zerg on Char are under the command of Broodmother Zagara. She seeks to create her own swarm. While she lives, the swarm will be divided.
Not for long it won't. Take us down to the surface.
Alright, so already we've kind of found our adjutant, and we've reclaimed a Leviathan as kind of like our Hyperion in this game. So, there is something to be said for this game's, like, chronological, like, order. So, just like in the first game, in Wings of Liberty, if we did certain missions in certain orders, we would lose out on potential dialogue options and stuff like that. I'm going to try and remember what's the best order to do this in. Maybe the best order was to go to the moon first. But I felt in the moment like reclaiming Zagara, getting her on board with the story was the right move. And so we could talk to Isha, we can look at Warfield's compound. But we'll see. If I'm able to do one mission here, leave, and then go to the frozen planet, that might be the right move. I don't know. Alright, let's look at this real quick.
The Dominion sure made themselves at home while I was gone. Once I've reclaimed my forces, General Warfield is getting evicted.
And it makes sense, too, to do this first, because Char is kind of like the home world of the Zerg. So it's like we're reclaiming our home, and we're bringing a rowdy broodmother in line.
Tell me about this Leviathan.
It is the organism from which you command the swarm, and this is its nerve center.
And it can take me to any world I wish?
Of course, my queen, but our numbers are few. Before conquering other worlds, you may wish to reclaim your forces here on Char.
Leave the strategy to me. Now, what else can I do on this Leviathan?
You can evolve and upgrade your swarm in the evolution pit. The creature Abathur can help you.
Uh-huh. Abathur's one of the most hilarious. He's the comic relief. There are two characters in this game that you're going to love. You're going to love Abathur, and then there's another one that we're not going to meet for quite some time, but they're both awesome. Abathur might be my favorite, though.
What are you?
Abathur. Evolve swarm, spin strands and sequences. Served Overmind, then served Queen of Blades. Now serve you.
I am the Queen of Blades.
Different. Examining genetic strands, Queen of Blades was efficient, ancient Zerg qualities. Minor Terran influence. You, infected with more Terran matter. Grasper limb poorly designed. Can improve. We'll give it back.
Don't touch me.
Only focus is evolving the swarm. Seek perfection in all things. Work in evolution pit. Can review my work here.
So he's our game Swan.
Evolved Zerglings much more efficient in battle.
Alright, let's take a look at his work and then we'll talk to him after.
Organism can be upgraded. 3 distinct mutations available. Once chosen, will activate sequences within creature. Improve combat potential. Mutation choice, not permanent. Can alter at any time.
Alright, so here are our 3 choices. And then we can upgrade them further as we get even more upgrade options in the game. And those will be permanent. So there's this kind of cool mixing and matching that you can do later on, and we'll showcase that. So our first option is Hardened Carapace. 10%, or actually 10 maximum life to your Zerglings is pretty huge. Putting them up to 45. When you're considering, so don't think of it as like, it's 10 HP on a 35 HP throwaway unit. It's true. But when you consider that in your final army compositions, a lot of times 100 of your units will be Zerglings, you're giving, you're basically doing 100 times 10, right? And that's, if you think of your army as one solid blob of maximum HP, it's a huge amount. It's a huge amount of HP. So, tissue testing has revealed beneficial mutation of Zergling plating. Carapace can be hardened in key locations throughout thorax, will provide significant increase to life expectancy, hamper access to vital organs. The next one will be adrenal overload. Attack speed increased by 50%, which is huge, because that essentially translates into a 50% DPS increase, which is massive. Like, this is a 30% life increase, but this is a 50% DPS increase. But without the life increase, maybe they'll die faster and they won't even get a chance to use their increased attack speed. So I think it's been balanced well. Adrenal functions of Zergling, simple to mutate, often modified on battlefield through spawning pool. Possible to improve adrenal systems at base level, increase glandular output. Will overload adrenaline production, greatly improve Zergling attack speed. Another benefit to the hardened carapace that I'll also note is that if you noticed how much the queens were healing the Zerglings in our last mission, giving them a little bit more HP to heal, and a little bit of a buffer between, getting one-shotted by certain units, is also quite beneficial. And as you can probably tell right now, I'm leaning towards hardened carapace. And then this one, movement speed increased by 60%. When you see them on the creep like this, how fast they are, it's insane. Basically, they'll be the fastest thing on any battlefield. Bolstering metabolic system of Zergling, common battlefield strategy, possible to augment enzyme production, improve energy production rate. Will provide significant increase to movement speed, allow Zerglings to close distance on foes, outrun pursuers. In a way, this is almost like another way of doing more damage and surviving longer, because you close the distance so quickly between all of the ranged forces that want to destroy you. The only time this is completely irrelevant is when you're going face first into other melee units, and we will be fighting Zerg at some point, and the movement speed is pretty much irrelevant. So, guys, I'm going to go for...
Zergling lemon juice allergy, weakness in strain.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even know if I've ever heard that line before. That's awesome. So we're going to choose hardened carapace, the lemon juice allergy. Let's talk to Abathur again, see what he says.
Did the broodmother Zagara try to take you with her?
No, not powerful enough to command me. Only you.
If she lacks that power, how did she think she could command the swarm?
Adaptation. Place herself in situation where only option, evolution. Force change on herself.
So she may have evolved into something much more dangerous. That will make things interesting.
That's what makes her a cool character, too. She was smart enough to understand that someone has to be the head of the swarm, and the only way that the swarm would accept her and force her into evolution, her own biology would force her into evolution, is if she put herself into a situation where she had to change or die. And that's kind of the cool thing about the Zerg.
One of your brood mothers, Zagara, refuses to acknowledge that you are the Queen of Blades. Before you can reclaim Char from the Terrans, you will need to bring her brood back into the fold.
Yep. And so here, we're going to get 5 Kerrigan levels. This is kind of like in God dang it, Wings of Liberty. We would collect Zerg and Protoss samples to get tech upgrades. In order to upgrade Kerrigan herself, we need to get Kerrigan levels, which you'll get by doing bonus objectives and standard objectives. And for our trouble for this mission, we're going to get Banelings. Suicide units explode to deal damage over a small area, morphs from Zerglings. See how this goes. Your progress is automatically saved. Got it.
Zagara's brood is currently huddled in Char's acid marsh, where you stored millions of eggs for future use. From the location of her hive cluster, it appears Zagara intends to gather as many eggs as she can.
Oh, hell no. You ain't getting no eggs.
She's trying to build an army. But how will she hatch the eggs?
She can place them in a birthing pond to quicken. I have located our hive cluster near one such pond.
Then I'll collect enough eggs to spawn an army and destroy Zagara.
Let's do it. Same old thing.
Yes?
Start expanding our creek. We've got our baneling nest now. Let's see, is there anything to do here? Not really.
You are not the Queen of Blades. You are a weak and pathetic Terran creature. Leave Char while you can. These eggs and this swarm belong to me.
Just gonna go ahead and move out right now.
There's
Get
not
some of
much
this
time.
done. Oh, here she comes.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Push ahead.
Make it happen, I guess.
We require...
Zagara has drawn the attention of some feral banelings. They are attacking her.
Nice.
Zagara has deep tunneled back to her base to recover her strength. She will return.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Banelings very useful. Morph from Zerglings. Any Zergling can morph to Baneling.
Speak.
And now they've given me a little bit of an army, which I'm happy about. We're a little low on minerals at the moment.
I can sense the unhatched eggs. Now I just have to get them before Zagara.
Yeah, it's a bit of a race.
Who asked you?
But we need money. Money's our big choke point right now. Or minerals, I should say.
Speak quickly.
Come over here and destroy these. I kind of don't want to use my banelings on weak Zerglings. And you'll see now she's like foregone her gun in exchange for lightning powers.
Something is different about this nest.
This baneling nest is ready to hatch immediately.
Defeat me 1,000 times, and I will always return.
I believe you. Alright. Keep that going. Let's go ahead and just make that hot group now. Certain things we need to build.
Out with it.
Alright, let's go get these eggs.
Time. The swarm never
And
rests.
here's a secondary base, which we will want to take right now.
Nothing stands in my way.
Let's come down here and get that. Gonna cost 300. We can save up for a little bit. I'm watching the minimap a lot to make sure that we're not going to be under attack while I'm away. Zagara's on the move, though.
Get going.
Okay, we've got infested Terran here.
Let's get this
Alright,
over
let's
with.
back it up. She's coming. And we can
Push
take a
ahead.
second to focus more on micro-type stuff. You know, let's belay that order. And let's start on our next hatchery. Hot group them together. Let's also make an evolution chamber. And we need a heck of a lot more
What is it now?
drones to help us. Ah, she's collecting
Warning.
eggs.
A wave of Zerglings is approaching our hive cluster.
It's alright, Zerglings ain't
There are
nothing.
more eggs nearby. There's not much time. Push ahead.
Ah, it's annoying because she's right
This
there. We
world
just can't
is
get her.
mine. Nothing stands in my
Alright,
way.
let's go.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Let's go, let's go. Alright, they did a pretty decent job taking care of that.
The swarm hungers.
I want to kill Zagara, but she's in a safe zone right now. She's got buildings and
Push
things.
ahead. Get
Back
going.
up. Yeah, we need to get as many overlords as we can.
Yes? Let's get this over with.
We gotta go
Swarm
take this
never
out. Can't just keep letting her collect eggs.
Forces are under attack.
Okay, and you... Let's get that done.
Yes?
Oh, now she's on the complete opposite
We
side.
found several infested Terran structures nearby. They seem to be of interest to the feral Zerg.
I'll destroy them if I get a chance.
Okay. We do not have a great fighting force yet.
Push ahead.
We gotta go.
The swarm never rests. Nothing stands in my way.
Yeah, it's such a bad attack. There's so many of these infected.
Get going. Push ahead. The swarm never rests. Let's get this over with.
Damn, she's strong.
There's not much time.
Get out of here.
Get going.
Yeah, we're kind of critically injured right now.
This world. What is it now?
Yeah, we didn't even pull her. Sucks.
The swarm never.
Unacceptable command.
I need to kill her because it's the best way to slow down her pace. But I'm not yet like fully on a roll with my production.
Brood Mother Zagara is 1/4 of the way to collecting the eggs she needs.
Yeah, that's bad. Really, really bad.
Out with it. Yes? Nothing. You have my
There we
attention.
go. Let's get our little bit of an army together. She's pretty damn safe over here. We need way more queens.
The swarm hungers. Who asked you?
Gotta take her out.
There's not much time.
This will not stop me.
Push ahead.
Okay. Our base is about to be under attack, though. Spam out these Zerglings.
Forces are under attack.
Nope, we need to come here and defend. I should have known they would bypass everything.
Out with it.
God dang it.
Cluster is under attack.
Go get these banelings.
Are under attack.
Speak quickly. Let's get this over with.
Let's come up here and pick up these minerals.
Yes? Nothing stands.
We're losing stuff. Oh my god. It's so painful. As long as we don't lose the hive. Losing the hive would set us back too far. We need to get mass production, like, online now.
Yes?
Okay. And we also need some form of base defense.
Defeat me 1,000 times, and I will always return.
Let's come to these pools. Get some more banelings and
Let's get
such.
this over with.
Unacceptable command.
Our biggest problem is that we weren't able to develop like an overwhelming force. Yeah, we need way more overlords too. Okay, let's take this pit.
This world is alive. There's not much time.
While you guys are fighting, I need to collect all this. I need to get my base defenses up and running. Okay.
The swarm hungers.
Grab that. And there's another baneling nest right here we can go get. That's great. Let's get a bunch more overlords. That way we don't have to run into that problem again. More queens. Let's make another hatchery here. Let's make more of that. Okay, because she's back on the board doing stuff. Kerrigan, go get those.
Who asked you?
And we're going to come and destroy this infested command center soon.
The swarm hung.
Alright, there we go.
Don't think finding those pathetic baneling nests will save you.
Oh, they will. Let's add this to our hot group. And it's giving us enough banelings that I don't actually have to convert them as of right now. Let's destroy this base here.
This world is mine.
Use as much of our energy as we can
There's not much. You have my
to
attention.
minimize like losses. Collect all that. While everyone else is fighting, she can go get the eggs.
We destroyed one of the infested Terran structures. One more remains.
And that made us a little bit more powerful.
Our forces are under attack.
I sense more eggs here.
Are under attack.
Oh, some of our units went a weird route. That's alright. We're gonna go get Zagara and this command center.
Get going.
And the swarm is in full effect right now. We're gonna need some more overlords pretty soon. Let's get 2 more of those.
I'm halfway done, human. Soon I will spawn an army that will crush you.
Talk is cheap.
We destroyed the last infested Terran structure.
This world is mine.
There we go. Now we've got her backed into a corner.
Speak quickly. Let's get this over with.
So Kerrigan does 20 damage per.
There's not much time.
Are under attack.
Who asked you?
Just so you have a good idea
You will pay for this.
of what her stats are.
Halfway there. The rest.
But our bonus objectives are done, y'all. And it is Zergling time. All of our upgrades are underway.
Our forces are under attack.
What we could honestly use, though, just in case. I don't want any run-bys ruining my economy.
Who asked you?
Keep it going. There's a lot of eggs
You
here.
have my attention. Nothing stands
A
in my
lot
way.
of eggs.
Our forces are under attack.
Let's get this over with.
Alright.
Mineral field depleted.
You guys go fight while she collects eggs.
Push ahead.
Mutation.
We're up to 79.
Get
82.
There's not much time.
84. 86.
Nothing stands in my way.
And there's a hell of a lot of eggs here. Maybe even enough to just go ahead and win.
I have returned, and now you shall pay.
Just a little more.
Let's get that swarm going.
What is it now?
And we're gonna win right now.
Nothing stands in my way. Yes? I have enough eggs. Abathur, infuse the birthing pond. Get those eggs to hatch for me.
Simple. Catalytic solution. Accelerated quickening. Army ready in a moment.
Damn.
And now, Zagara will regret crossing me.
That's a lot of banelings. So we didn't actually have to invest in our game and making our own banelings. Let's go ahead. Make a ton of brood lords. Oh, we're up to 219 supply.
Push ahead.
But to convert them, morph to banelings, it's 25 minerals, 15 Vespene gas.
Forces are under attack.
But I'd rather just have the Zerglings most of the time. But here it comes. Here comes the boom. Little Zergling appetizer. Queen wall of death. We'll nuke her with the kinetic blast.
Power. How can you control so many?
Well, I'm the real Queen of Blades. And down she goes with her big hive.
Out with it.
But this many banelings is so hard to deal with. They do 85 damage to a structure when they explode. But there goes the base.
Kill her.
I only did as you instructed, my queen.
Hold. I told you to rebel against me.
You told all your brood mothers to be strong, to fight, to conquer. You said the Zerg lead by force of will. Your will is strongest, and I shall serve you.
I will let you live, Zagara. I want to rebuild the swarm, and you are a part of that plan.
You are my queen.
Hell yeah. I think this is a smart move, picking her up first. So here we go. Complete it, hatch all 6 baneling nests, and don't let Zagara collect an egg. Yeah, that's pretty easy to do on normal. You can just kind of run, because there's not as many units to stop you. Definitely much harder to do on hard difficulty. And let's go and talk to everybody, do the upgrades, and then we'll call it a day for this episode. Got our little baneling boys.
Zagara is here to serve your will.
Tell me, Zagara, how would you drive the Terrans from this world?
I would obliterate their fortress on the Dauntless Plateau. But the only way to reach it is through the Bone Trench. Be warned, the Terrans flooded our tunnels with lava. We will be exposed on the surface until we reach the plateau.
That doesn't concern me. Warfield has no idea what he's up against.
But what of the Zelnaga artifact? Could the Terrans still possess it?
They might, but I know it's not here on Char. It's no threat to us.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's
My
do all
queen,
this.
Your chamber is now available. Within, you can alter your abilities.
Alright, so that's cool. Let's look at that first. Choose Kerrigan's abilities for the next mission.
This is your personal chamber. From here, you can focus your neural pathways and alter your active abilities. As you grow in power, newer and stronger abilities will awaken. You can alter your active abilities here whenever you wish.
Alright, so we are up to level 8. We've gained 100 HP and 2 damage. Now, we have these 2 activatables that we've been using since the beginning, obviously very strong. But what we can change over to are these 2 passives, which are also incredibly strong. This gives her 200 maximum life, and life regeneration rate increased by 100%. So she heals like crazy, and she's almost impossible to kill. And then also chain reaction, which I also love. Her attacks deal normal damage to her target, then jump to additional nearby targets. Deals 10 damage to up to 4 secondary targets. So in a way, it sucks to go double passive because you don't get any use out of her energy. And her abilities are super strong. But I can tell you that in long sustained fights with her, having her nearly immortal with chain reaction, which kind of does the job of crushing grip. It doesn't stun, but it does like a lot of AoE. If you were trying to maximize her damage output, I would go chain reaction kinetic blast. If you just want to use her as a tank, throw her in the front. Especially in the early portions of your missions, having her be this strong makes it so that the first several base attacks that you're going to suffer is she could just stand out front and destroy them single-handedly. This makes her a tank. We're essentially picking up 300 HP, 100% HP regeneration, a little bit of bonus damage, and now a chain lightning attack. And it's all passive. So, I mean, we're at 600 life now. And there'll be opportunities for us to go through this entire tree and look at all the incredibly powerful things that we can do with this. But right now, let's try these 2 out. I mean, I've had success with, with both. Let's talk to Zagara.
Do you know why I beat you in battle?
You were stronger than I.
No.
Faster, then.
No.
Do not toy with me, my queen. Tell me your secret.
Talk to Abathur in the evolution pit.
He will tell me?
He will change you. Go.
Yeah. Gonna, teach her the secret of steel. Let's talk to Isha.
All around me, I see signs of the old Queen of Blades. But I can't remember why I held my forces here on Char for so long.
You were studying the future, planning for a great war.
What war? Explain.
You never told us. You only said that you had seen a vision of our extinction, and you wanted us to fight to the last.
I don't remember that. At all. The swarm is growing again. Now for you, Warfield. Reclaiming this world will send a message to your Emperor. I'm coming for him.
Man, I love Warfield. Hate to kill him. But also, the thing that Isha said is, I mean, it's pretty hugely important lore-wise. It's basically the entire last game. We saw the extinction of the world and how important it was that Kerrigan be the one that's in charge of the Zerg in order for us to win. Talk to Abathur.
Tell me about the changes you made to Zagara.
Brood Mother template already allowed complex problem-solving, learning, ability to command broods, multiple focuses. Now added muscle density, expanded brain matter. Now able to hypothesize multiple scenarios, cognitive flexibility.
Perhaps I should add this to all future brood mothers.
Extraneous brain matter deemed unnecessary for broodmother role in swarm. Extra matter requires extra energy. Also leads to increased independence. This contradicts imperative. Zerg must present no danger to leader of swarm.
Times are changing. I want my minions as dangerous as possible.
Damn, she's giving them free will just so they can fight harder. Let's go check out our banelings and see what our mutations are. Some of them are very cool. So, corrosive acid, first off, increases base attack damage dealt to primary target by 100%, so it straight up just doubles their damage. Damage output of banelings acid low. Room for improvement. Acidic compounds can be altered. Mutation of production cells within membrane acid sacs required. Would increase acid potency twofold. Deliver significant damage to target. There's also rupture. Blast radius increased by 50%, which is also quite useful. Current membrane toughness of acid sacs too low. Can restructure membranes thicken. Will allow acid sacs to carry increased volume. Improve radius of spray upon detonation. Will decrease likelihood that enemy survives inevitable rupture. Because that sucks. I mean, you could double your damage, but if your splash doesn't reach and hit everyone around you, which often happens, you hit one target but not the others, it doesn't really matter how much damage you do, and if you rupture, maybe you do more damage to more targets. And this one's my favorite. Regenerative Acid. In addition to dealing damage, Baneling's explosions heal nearby friendly units and structures. Discovery. Successful mutation of Baneling Acid Spray infused with debribing properties of Swarm Queen's transfusion. Upon detonation, acid spray dissolves necrotic tissue from injured Zerg within radius. Allows wounded Zerg to regenerate quickly. And also, in kind of like a little side effect here, you know, as your Banelings take damage, let's say you got a big group of Banelings and they're charging in. Some of them will die in the incoming fire, but if the first one lands, they start a chain reaction of healing as they explode that makes it so that all future Banelings land. It's pretty sweet. And also, of course, if you have big tanky units, it'll heal them as well. So that's it for that. We want to go to a mission.
To reach the Dauntless Plateau,
I guess we have to do all of these first.
Through the Bone Trench. The Terrans will bring everything they have against us.
And this is another part of this game. So in addition to standard missions where we progress the story, we also have Zergling evolution missions. We have evolution missions, that is, where they focus on a particular unit. We do the mission. It kind of teaches us to control them better. You'll notice in the last mission that the Zerglings that Zagara had access to had wings, right? That's something that we could get access to if we were to follow the Zergling evolution mission afterwards. But both of these will wait until tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. My name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. And as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.